Yeah, I think since it's just like us chatting about PAX, we can be very loose with it. It's a bonus episode. People want to see us have fun.
I have never
Um,
had fun in my entire life.
it
I'm a
shows.
very serious person.
Hello, World Weavers, and welcome back to a very special bonus episode of the Atlas Loom, an exploration of world building for tabletop and beyond. Except this time, we're not talking about world building. We're talking about the time that we talked about world building in person over at PAX Unplugged. This is our extra special, very first, like, full bonus episode, exclusive to you lovely Gilded Worldweavers, where we are going to be talking about PAX Unplugged and our experiences there and whatnot. My name is Diana Faye, also known as Diana of the Rose, and joining me is someone we had to slot in last minute because Flynn was unavailable. It's Endeavorance.
I've been his understudy for years now, so I'm pretty sure I know all of the lines. I'll do my best to give the best performance I can give, but I understand that you were expecting somebody else. I know I will never live up to that, but I'm what you got today. Hi,
As long as
Diana.
that's clear.
Yeah.
So, Endeavorance, this is your
Yes.
first time, was your first time ever going to a con as like an influencer. Influencer is such a dirty word. Can I just
Mm.
say, influencers so dystopian as a
It's fucked up.
concept. It's
It's really
really
fucked
weird.
up. Yeah.
And
No, I don't
what's
like it.
wild is, and immediately off topic here, we were at PAX and several people came up to me and they were like, Diana, you helped me, like, that video you made about this specific item, which I won't name because that they haven't paid me, uh, influenced me to buy it. I went out and bought it and I love it. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm glad you love it. And in the back of my head, I was like, oh my God, this is what influencers do. This is scary, like the power I wield. But here at the Atlas Loom, we prefer the term content creator because
Mm.
it's less dystopian.
I think
This
we
was your first
prefer the
time?
term Grand Secretariat of all
Yeah,
things worlds
uh, Her Majesty works as well.
for both of us.
For both of us. Yep.
Mm.
But you hadn't previously, you've been to like Gen Con and stuff, right?
Yes. Well, so okay, I haven't been to PAX Unplugged in any capacity before, despite it not being very far from where I am and also being a dweeb. I have been to PAX East several times. I went to PAX East for my brother's bachelor party. If you want just like
What?
the a look into just how deep the nerd in my veins is, like it courses
Whoa.
through my genes.
It's hereditary nerdiness.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So PAX East is great. And I've been to Gen Con, which is also overwhelmingly great. I have never been to a con before on a media badge, and I'm hoping to do it again. That would be lovely. Hey, Penny Arcade folks, if you're listening, finger guns, media badge. It was lovely. It was wonderful. It was wonderful to meet everybody, first of all, obviously. And it was incredible to meet both like fans. That's weird. I don't like saying that fucks with me more than
It's worse.
influencer. Saying
Yeah.
fans, I don't like that.
I say audience.
Audience?
Hey, chat.
Hey chat. Yeah, it was wonderful. It was wonderful meeting the royal chat at PAX. And it was wonderful meeting other creators. It was wonderful meeting, like, you know, putting faces to names that I've been seeing for a long time, connecting with like companies that whose merchandise I've always
Holy
loved,
shit.
and like
Yeah.
I've always I like I said, I'm a dork. I'm going to the PAX, right? Like there is a PAX, your boy's trying to be there. And so I would be going to the floor. I've previously purchased from all of these vendors. Oh god, to the detriment of my own bank account.
Jesus
And
Christ. Dude, you almost bought the same set of dice twice, didn't you? The exact same
it's
set.
good dice, Diana. It's very good dice. It was lovely to meet people and be like, hey, we should work together. And then they were like, yeah. And then I'm like, cool.
What now?
Podcast.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God, we had custom Atlas Loom fucking business cards. I wish I had a chance to give out more of those, but I was
wait,
so.
I'm gonna grab one.
You're gonna show them?
I've
You
got
show
hold
up?
on.
Oh man. I just want to say for the record, that I designed these 100% myself. You got them?
Yes.
Show them off.
All right. Here's the logo side.
The logo.
And then boom, there's all of my, you can dox me with all of my public information.
That
and
title
my business
co-host.
email.
The
Oh
Atlas
yeah.
Looms at everything. So I made those business cards within like a week of us leaving for PAX. I just had them direct express shipped to my place, and then I was like, I'll just bring them to Endeavor's at. I'll pack them in my suitcase and all that. I next time I'm gonna go full just so hard on the design of those things. I want to make them that nice thick paper. I'm gonna have silver embossing on the logo on the back. We're gonna look so fucking professional.
Do you have your business card with you? Do you have one of your business
I
cards with
do.
you?
I have
All right.
mine. Do you want me to dox?
Yeah.
Can we dox me next?
Doc Diana, while you're getting yours, I'm gonna get mine because we need to show. I need the audience.
These are so
I need
good.
the fans that we've established to understand that Diana and I were walking around the convention hall, meeting people,
No.
making connections, establishing, lovely futures together.
Influencing.
And she was like, "Here's my card," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I should give somebody my card." When she handed her card to somebody, and you'll see why shortly, people were like, "Oh my God, this is
The real deal.
amazing. You're somebody I want to work with. This is lovely." And then I'd be like, "I have a card too." And they're like, "Sure." And they just like tossed it fucking in the trash. Actually, they had these like trash cans that had built-in incinerators. And so they just like trashed it and it caught fire. And so here I am inhaling the own smoke of my own card while Diana's is currently being framed and hung on the wall. All right, so we'll start with mine. We'll start with mine.
Yeah.
An affordance I never once got at PAX.
Fuck off. I definitely I let you give yours out first.
No, okay, but here's the thing. It's like this is entirely a gag because the only reason I even fucking have a business card is because Diana digitally reached through her screen and grabbed me by the neck. She did the lift me off the ground by my neck thing and was like, "You need business cards." And I was like, "Okay, okay."
I did the same with a media kit. Do you have your media kit yet?
Yeah, kind of.
All right, show off your card.
Okay, here's my card. And it's terrible, right? It's horrible. And it's because I threw it together in approximately 3 seconds. My camera won't even focus on it because the camera is like, this is trash. And so it says some words on there. There's a QR code that will take you to my website, www.endeavorance.camp. And so that's cool and all, but like the real story behind these cards is this is the second version of it that I ordered in like a single week because right after ordering it, and the same thing happened for Diana. Right after ordering this card, I had put my Twitch on it and then changed my Twitch handle. So I ordered like 250 business cards that are now just fucking Tinder. Show them your card, Diana. It's much, much better.
Okay. Well, now I feel bad doing this.
Don't feel bad. It's so good. It's such a good card. It's pushing me to be a better person as far as business cards go.
Nothing else.
Yes.
Great.
Oh, I won't be a better person in any other way.
Hey, I have a lovely, and there are some mistakes on these. I have gone back and fixed them. This is some gold embossed, some gold foil that says Diana the Rose content creator on the front. Very faintly, my camera's not nearly as good, so you won't be able to see it. It's like a green business card with like the faint outline of a monstera leaf and then some like border type decals underneath the gold as well. And then on the back is also a QR code that goes to a digital version of this card that has my contact info, and you can scan it and add it to your like phone contacts, and then also see like all of my handles, my accounts and all that. It's at Diana Faye, at Diana the Rose. Some more gold that has my business email, and it's thick too. It's like a thick boy. Yeah, people really liked it. So we were going around, we were handing this out, we were being proper professionals.
It was I want to tell them about the time, and we probably should not drop specific company names at this time.
But they were very nice to us. We have nothing bad to say about a single company we talked to.
Oh God, no. Yeah, no. Entirely wonderful. And I also like I'm blown away by just how collaborative and kind some of the people I met were. And like it's just fucking inspiring. I'm so excited for what's to come in 2024. Yeah. But we were standing around buying some dice.
Mhm.
or we
Making
were buying a
financial
lot of dice. We were
decisions that
making.
would impact us for years to come.
I was making investments into a commodities market. The commodities just happened to be dice. And while we're standing there, this person comes up behind us and is like, "Hey, are you Diana?" And to which Diana replied, "Yes." "Hello, yes, I am Diana.
That's
That's
exactly
my
how I said it.
impersonation of you."
Oh,
And then he
thanks.
turns to me and he's like, "And you're Endeavorance?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I was looking for both of you. Uh, I really want you to meet our marketing director at company XYZ." And we're like, "Okay." He was like, "I just set out to try to find you, and here we are." I feel pretty nonchalantly, we're like, "Cool, great, yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Wonderful." He walks away. We turn to each other, and we fucking lose it.
Like, holy shit. Oh my god. We got recognized by like a company. Like this company wants to talk to us. Holy shit. Podcasting. We're podcasters. It was wild. And they were so nice. And they were like, our booth is on the other side. Like, just come find us. And we were like, okay, yeah, we will. And like, we basically immediately beelined it over, like, not trying to seem too eager, but we also beat that guy back to his own booth because we were so excited. Um, that company is amazing. I really do. I can't wait to work with them. They're so sweet.
Mhm.
Uh, my God, though, yeah, the amount of times that, first of all, you got recognized an absurd amount. I was almost offended. I'm the TTRPG girly, and people would not even know who I am. They'd just go right up and they'd be like, "You're Endeavorance, right? Like, I love stuff keeps happening. I love your TikToks. You know, you inspire me." And I'm just over there to the side, just like looking at my phone, digging out some gum from my bag. I would like take photos of Endeavorance and his audience for them, and I'd be like, "Okay, well, all right." And
Have you
it was
considered wearing a beanie and holding some sort of tool?
I am, the red hair isn't quite the same shade, but I can try. But yeah, every single person we met was so fucking nice. Oh my God. Because you were kind of like unsure how to handle audience interact or like how you would react,
I
right?
have never been recognized on the street before, and by street I mean it was the streets of PAX Unplugged. You know, that's where I grew. I grew up on the
Those
streets.
tough streets of
I grew up on the
this
streets
gaming
near booth
convention.
4251, and uh, yeah, I wasn't sure how to handle like audience interactions, and the main thing that I learned was everyone's super nice, and more specifically, people are hesitant. Don't be
Mhm.
hesitant. Uh, Here's the thing. This is not okay. Hold on. Back up. Wait a minute. Shut up, listener. Don't shut up, listener. I love you. I I cannot put it into plain enough words that I would rather meet you than learn after the fact that I could have met you and didn't. And that didn't happen a ton, but it happened a non-zero amount of times. And I just want you to know, to putting this out in the public record for people who are listening to this very specific thing that you're already paying for. If you see me, come say hi. Same for Diana. I know she shares this
Yeah.
exact sentiment, and we are here specifically. We have traveled to this location for the explicit purpose of meeting you. So like, keep that in mind. Even if we seem a little busy, like worst case scenario, and this will probably never happen, but like worst case scenario, say I would love to meet you. I'm very busy right now. Can I like chat with you in 10 minutes? Right? Like we are not going to say no. We're not going to say go away. You're going to get a hug. You're going to get a picture. We want to meet you. So
Oh
there's
yeah.
that. I think that's probably enough on that.
Dude, the amount of times that people I can overhear them talking to their friend and they're like, I think that's Diana the Road or something like that, like as they pass, or they do like a double take and I can see the look on their face, but they don't come up and say hi. I'm like, I'm not intimidating you guys. You guys can come say hello. It is like the one I don't know. I even when I'm on my way back from the con, just like smelly, tired, no makeup in the airport, on the way home, I will still stop and say hello. I promise, whatever we're doing, we're like, even if we look busy, we're not busy, or on the very slight chance that we are.
I have never been busy in my life.
I've never,
That's a
no,
fucking lie.
never.
Holy shit.
But yeah, you guys are amazing. And honestly, I've never had a bad experience with an audience member ever. I don't plan on starting. So please come say hello. And if you hadn't gotten the chance to say hi at PAX Unplugged, we're gonna go to like I'm gonna drag Endeavorance, let me put it this way, to every foreseeable tabletop-related con in existence from here on out. PAX East is gonna be over in March next year.
A lot
I
of
got a
cons.
badge. Dev is yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I hope you're prepared for a lot of airline miles. Um, Dev applied for a badge and is waiting for the response, but regardless, he's gonna go. Gen Con is gonna be big. PAX West, I'm for
That
sure
was a
gonna be at.
threat. Diana
That
just
was a
slid a
threat.
fucking threat
That
in
was a
there,
threat.
y'all.
Uh-huh.
But regardless, he's going to go.
100%. Gen Con, next PAX Unplugged, anything. We will be there. So please come say hello.
I also do want to point out, you said that I got identified a lot. I will say, I got identified a lot. That was wonderful. You also got identified a lot, and it was so wonderful to see that every time that somebody like came up to you, they were like, "Hello, I love your content. Like, you helped me with this thing." Like, your interactions were entirely people being like, "You helped me figure out blah. You inspired me to do blah." Like,
I
you,
love hearing those stories. Oh
yeah,
my god.
so good. And like, that's why we're doing the Loom at all. But like,
Yeah.
your, it's not a fucking contest, but like your interactions with the people who came up to you were so wonderful. I got like contact butterflies just from like,
Aw,
God, like what a positive interaction this that just happened, and I got to see that. Like,
it
so
was so sweet.
wonderful. This is why we're doing this shit.
This is what we're in it for. It's that good those good feels, that good shit. I got enough to hold me over till PAX East at least. Um,
Let's talk about I really want to get to your panel that you were on. But before that, because that was cool, but there's something that's much more important that we need to talk about first.
right.
And I might need to send you some, like, depending on who's ends up editing this, we definitely need to get a photo in there. Can we talk about Fresh?
Fresh. Are you about to fucking say something that's gonna have what?
No, I'm just saying.
Fresh.
I've Diana, you and I encountered art.
Oh no, not fresh. Oh, now I know what you're
Do you
referring
remember
to.
Fresh?
I do remember fresh. I wish I didn't. I love the black too. Okay. It's just not
I
so
just want to get this. If we could just, like, whoever's editing this in the future, here's the photo. All right, that's all.
it was a work of art. Or
Quite
so we've been
literally.
led to believe. It was like just we were wandering the convention center looking for some sort of caffeine. All
And
the
there,
vending
which there
machines were
was
either
none.
fucking yeah, they were either raided or they were like out of order. And by the way, the vending machines in that fucking convention center, I I loved the con, hated Philly.
Hmm.
And the venue was it was hard to get around. Every single we couldn't find energy drinks anywhere. We were wandering around on the last day, and at one point we come across this random hallway that has that art, and I looked at the plaque, and it was like talking about two brothers who had a love of HVAC systems, and like HVAC.
I say
Some
HVAC. It's whatever.
they had a fucking passion for cooling and heating,
Hmm.
and they turned that passion into that thing. And Deb was like, "We got to get a picture in
It's
front of
so
this."
good.
Right.
They just wrote Fresh on the wall in
Yeah.
ductwork. Like,
Yup.
righteous. Yeah, what my okay, I agree that the con was great. The venue was, there was one place to get coffee and it closed at like noon.
Yeah.
This is a nerd convention, y'all. Like, I don't think that you and I got to the floor. I think we maybe got to the con before noon once,
Yeah.
if that.
We were
And like,
also
not
up
for lack
super
of
late every
trying.
day.
What?
We were also like out till 3 or 6 in the morning, like every night. I mean, for
It's the lack of ability to find caffeine in a convention hall for a tabletop convention was astonishing, I will say.
yeah,
But
insulting.
the rest of it was quite good. Let's talk about your panel though, because we talked about the much more important thing, which was the artwork. But what
Right.
was also artwork, Diana, was your performance at that fucking panel.
My performance? Oh,
Yeah.
well, thanks. Yeah, so the panel, it was called So You Want to Be a Game Master, and I was a guest on it along with Vin Vox, uh, Alec the Bard, Hamasama Kun, Latinos Against Spooky Shit, Jonathan, and then Chris, D&D Imposter, was the moderator. And it was an amazing panel. The fact that like most of us are already friends outside of the panel, like very close friends, made it just the most fun sort of shit show where we could give each other shit on mic and just be super cool with each other. It was nice. It was very casual, very relaxed. And the fucking panel, the way they have them set up at PAX Unplugged for those who aren't the uninitiated, for those who couldn't make it, is you can't sign up for events ahead of time. You can't like reserve tickets the way you can with Gen Con or anything like that. You just have to show up and then just, get in line maybe an hour ahead of time. And so I showed up with Endeavorance, took us forever to find the room because, convention centers. Um, and
I actually I have a point in my notes here about talking about how we could not fucking find your own panel room.
Oh my God.
We
it was
walked
so dumb.
so far trying to find it. We went up and down multiple staircases and escalators.
And of course refused to ask for help because why the fuck would we? And we eventually find the room, and a panel is going on at the same time already. The panel prior hadn't ended yet. And we saw that there was like a little waiting room next door. And so people were Endeavorance went over and like got basically first in line. I believe one of your community members held the spot for you.
Milo. Right? Shout out.
Shout out to Milo.
Milo got a like the first slot, and we turned it into like an unofficial meetup for folks.
So wholesome. Everyone in there was super chill. They were all just sitting on the floor, just like vibing, waiting. I met a couple of my followers outside of the room, and then once I found out I couldn't get into the panel ahead of time, I just went over and started vibing with y'all. I think I started showing off like the stuff that I bought, and just chatting with everyone, which was super nice. And the room started to fill up, and eventually I leave. I go and like sit inside the panel. Endeavorance then messages me. He texts me a photo, like a panorama of the room after I had left, and it was like full. It was at capacity. He just sent me a picture of this wave of heads all waiting to get into this panel. And it fucking set me over the edge with nerves, of course, because I'm sure that was the goal.
Well.
Myself and the other panelists who sit down, we were like, okay, like this will be fun. This will be great. And Chris is like, it's going to be a pretty packed panel, by the way. One of the enforcers comes in and says the exact same thing. And we're like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, but like, that's a little nerve wracking, but we'll see. Because it's a pretty big stage, a pretty big room, like hundreds of chairs. And they start letting people in. And the entire room fills with people. It was amazing. And then eventually they had to cut the line off because it was so full, and there were so many people who wanted to get in. I felt so bad. I was like, please let them in, please let them stand. But it was like a fire code thing. A lot of you guys wanted to learn how to be a game master, which is great because if you're listening to this podcast, you're in the right place. My God, that was just so heartwarming. And like the question segment, I could have gone on forever asking questions because there were so many good questions. And the panel itself, it was funny, it was entertaining. We got to talk about the Atlas Loom a little bit. It was just awesome talking to you guys. And eventually we had to call it quits because another panel was coming in after us. We had to vacate the room, but myself and the other panelists still stood outside and like still continued answering questions, which we're always happy to do. It was my first ever panel, and it went off so amazingly. And I really can't wait to do more, especially along the lines of how to be a game master, because that's like kind of my whole shit. And eventually I hope we can do like an Atlas Loom live and some sort of similar type panel if all goes well.
There you go. PAX East and or Gen Con and or all of them.
Oh my God, that would be so much fun.
It'd be really, really, really good. Hey, everybody, email everyone, just all of them, and be like, I want an Atlas Loom panel.
Yeah.
I mean everyone. I'm not talking about don't just email the conventions. Email everyone.
No, everyone
Joe
on
Biden.
Your mother.
Your mom. Yeah.
Tell your mom.
My mom.
Tell Jefferson's mom I said
hi. You didn't believe me. So for a little bit of extra color, Diana and I did not fucking eat basically all day before that panel, and so we went on a adventure to go try to find some food. Wound up at the world's most disorganized Shake Shack.
You have such a vendetta against this Shake Shack.
I'm fucking mad about that Shake Shack. All right, it was whatever. Anyway, at least we got some good, accidentally different wine than we ordered in a plastic cup.
Shake Shack wine is not it. Just as in case y'all were curious,
look,
get the wine at Shake Shack.
I will only ever take you to the best of places. All right,
Christ.
And so we went to the highest quality Shake Shack in town. We we ostensibly got food, and in theory. And so we went back to the convention, and as we're walking back, Diana's like, I really hope it's not that full. Like, I really just like hope it's gonna be like a low key, like it's at the end of the day, like surely no one's gonna be there. I'm like, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand that like this is the reason that people are here. And like this panel is like, if you're looking through all the panels of PAX, no hate, there's plenty of great stuff there. But at least for me, and probably for a lot of the people who would be watching this or listening to this podcast, you see the panel about how to be a GM, and that is hard block. That's the one I'm going to. Of all of the panels, that's the one I'm going to. And that's what happened. Like when I was in the waiting room, the enforcers came in and they were like, "Hey y'all, this is going to be way packed. Like this is one of the most packed panels. And like, can you all scrunch together to make more room? Like we didn't have enough room in the waiting room." I mostly am hammering this point home because I told you so. And I think it's important. It on record. I think it's important that you acknowledge that I did indeed tell you so.
All right. Yeah, fine. Fuck. I do wish that.
Hey, Diana, you're more successful than you thought you were.
I know. All right.
Ha-ha! Correct.
I want to do that panel so many more times. I want to be on I want to answer all of your guys' questions because they had such good questions. And like, I know that's advice that my whole thing is there needs to be more GMs in the world. You know, everyone wants to play. No one wants to GM. No one realizes how much fun being a GM is and how easy it can be. Yeah. So I don't know. Every single con I go to, I want to be on those panels. If there's not one, I swear to God, I'm going to start one. It's so much fun. It should have been longer too. I really wish we had more time.
I mean, I have a very fond memory. I don't remember if it was PAX East or Gen Con, but I went to that exact panel with Erica Ishii and Travis McElroy and a handful of other people whose names I don't remember. I remember being like, this is like, I had already been a GM for plenty of time. I didn't need introductory pointers, but like, it still doesn't matter. It's still fun to go to those panels, and I still learned stuff. And like, that's what people are there for, is to, if they come out of that panel with like one interesting tidbit, even if not, they probably still had a good time. It was a funny panel. Y'all were so good.
That's all I give a shit about, really, is entertaining the people. I just want to be seen as funny. That's all I'm doing here at the Atlas Loom. Comedic relief attempted.
I'm just stating this for the record, I love the juxtaposition of our logo, branding, and like theme song being this like epic, stoic, very like dark, mysterious thing, and then we're like, welcome to the Atlas Loom, sex jokes and stuff. And like,
God, if you guys haven't seen the other bonus episodes yet, holy shit, please watch them. I worked so hard on them that I was fucking cracking up making them.
Oh my god. Holy
so good.
shit.
Which if you're a Gilded Worldweaver and watching this right now, they're on our site. Go see them. Go watch them. You have access.
I'm gonna pause real quick. I know that you have a hard stop at 6, right?
Yep.
We have 9 minutes. How do you want to wrap this up?
My 6.
Fuck! Holy shit. My brain is so broken.
It's okay. Just the fact that you're thinking on Pacific Coast time, though, I mean, we gotta fix that. We gotta get you on PT, because you're gonna move to Bend eventually.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is gonna make it into the cut.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yes. Anytime I can make you look like a fool.
Good.
Audience, screen record this and just post it everywhere. Email it to everyone, including your mother and Endeavorance's mother, please.
I'm sorry, Mom. Time zones.
The panel went super well. What the fuck else? Okay. While we were at sorry. My mic is probably while we were at the panel too, you were sitting and taking like notes on potential Atlas Loom ideas too, right? Oh
yeah,
my God.
Yeah. This is why you should come to PAX, and by PAX I mean future cons in general, because I was front and center supporting my co-host. All right,
literally the second seat taken. Yeah.
As people were asking questions, especially, I just started jotting down like everything, and like there was one question in particular that like really stuck with me, and like we're gonna do this episode. I'm telling you this now, Diana. This is me telling Diana, not the audience.
Okay.
Which is manifestations of good and evil in your world.
Yes.
And what a good, like, there's so much there, and the questions that were asked were very, very good, but also it's like a crime how little time there was to
Yeah.
be able to answer them, because it's like if you want to get through a lot of questions, there's no way you can give useful enough answers, because we're not talking about like one size fits all solutions. We're talking about like, all right, well, first we need to like sit and get some context here and then like give an answer. There were some that were generic, but like a lot of it is like, hey, I have this specific thing, how can I overcome this issue? um
Hmm.
but yeah, like somebody asked about like representing good versus evil, and boy do I have words.
It's
So
so good. You can do so much with it. Cons in general are just like and I've said this a billion times, it's like real life inspiration. I walked away from it not only with a bunch of, well, first of all, sponsorship offers, new connections in the space, mild hangover, but also like just so inspired to get back into the Atlas Loom, like continue filming shit for this, for my TikTok account, for my Twitch stream, like just getting ideas on paper, even for our home game for Curse of Strahd. I was like, oh my
mm,
god, like I want to sit down and work on stuff so bad now. Um, so it's so much fun. Also, dude, fucking the feedback we got
oh my
on the Atlas
god.
Loom. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
we all right. Diana and I were like right before PAX. We were trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing with the Atlas Loom, right? Like what it's why. So I took a bit of a break from like a lot of my other stuff to like essentially say it seems like the right call to launch the Atlas Loom pre-PAX. And so we made that our goal. I'm ludicrously proud that we were able to meet that. Like digital fist bump, Diana. Like
Hell yeah.
that's incredible. What I wasn't I was blown away that we were able to finish it in the first place. But like
Mhm.
I was proud of what we had done. And then we got there, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, this is amazing."
Yeah.
So much so that we are like, "What do we do? Like, how do we make the show better? How what?"
Yeah.
Y'all, I
Yeah.
don't want to brag, and I'm not bragging because this is because of you, comma the listener. We have one episode. We are 5 stars with like 42 reviews right now on Spotify, I
On
think.
Spotify alone. We're
Yeah,
available
on just
everywhere.
Spotify. We're
Oh
5 stars
my
on
god.
everything that we're on, and like I appreciate it very much so. Also, there's a 0% chance that we nailed it on the first try. We
I
want to make it
know.
better. Like and do not do not start commenting that we did get it right on the first try. Stop that. Cut it out. Delete your
Yeah.
comment. Not you, Diana, the listeners. Because we are both of the mindset of like we need to continuously improve. Like that's what we're trying to do, and we're going to continue to try to make the best possible show we can make for you.
Yeah.
If you have feedback, if you have ideas, if you have inspiration for episodes, or if any episode gave you inspiration, any kind of feedback is, if it's positive, we can still learn from it. Um, but really anything. Hey, like this episode helped me unblock on some issue I was on, or whatever. We want to hear from you, and we need from you to let us know what we can do to make the best possible podcast for you. So let us know.
Yeah.
But goddamn, we got so much good
That was
feedback.
so
Or
holy
like
shit.
all of it was just like
The amount of
lavishing
people.
praise.
Yeah, they came up and they were like, hey, like, yeah, especially after the panel in particular, that moment, there were so many people coming up to me and Endeavorance both and being like, hey, like, I listened to the Atlas Loom on my way over, on the drive over, on the train ride over, on the flight over. It was amazing. Like, when's the next episode coming out? It's like, oh my God. Like, it makes it feel so real, guys.
I,
Like, it's wild.
I don't know if I misremembered this or if I misinterpreted this moment, but I'm fairly certain that the Atlas Loom got a round of applause during the panel. I don't remember exactly when. I don't remember the context, but at some point you mentioned the Atlas Loom, and then people started clapping.
Yeah, which is crazy. Also, if any of you guys are new Gilded Worldweavers listening because I mentioned the Atlas Loom on the panel, um, amazing. Welcome
Hi.
in. Hi. It's so wild. Y'all are so amazing. I'm glad that you enjoy the content, that it's actually useful to you, that like, yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It's
It's
great.
so cool. It's so fucking cool. Y'all need to understand that like we're just giddy about this, and
Yeah.
there's so much good yet to come. Like we've just started.
We're just getting warmed up, motherfuckers.
We are
We got
just
some, we're gonna build some fucking we're gonna weave some worlds. Branding.
we are
Um,
just getting our juices flowing.
You don't understand why we're laughing so hard. Go watch the other bonus episode. You know what's wild too? Is like the positive feedback that we got, and it came from other creators too. Other creators came up to us, or to me at least when I was in spaces with them, and they'd be like, Diana, like the Atlas Loom was awesome. Like I'm so proud of you for doing that, and like it's cool. But that feedback also just like lent itself to I not only like the legitimacy of the podcast, but also just the confidence that I don't know if this goes for you, but for me at least, that we have behind the mic. The intro that you heard earlier, that was one take. Do you have any idea how many fucking takes it normally takes me to do one of those intros? Oh my god. I usually have to do like fucking 12 different variations in order to get it right. And this time it was first try, and we're here, we're vibing. I can't imagine there's even gonna be a whole lot of dead air cut out of this episode because we're just I don't know. I feel so good about like where we're headed.
It really helped take away some of the stress of trying to make sure that we do it right, because a lot of the feedback and what we've kind of taken away from the feedback has been that like y'all want to hear us talk about what we're talking about, and you also want to hear us just fucking around. And I think we were trying to, you know, obviously when we're conceptualizing the podcast, it's like, okay, we want to make a world building podcast. What does that mean? And what's the format? What's the vibe? What's the tone in general? And when we first tried, we were so nervous, and we were so hyper focused on delivering information and sounding podcasty, so much so that we identified like this sucks.
Yeah.
Like this is not working. And so we tried it again. Yeah. No, God, no. That is not bonus content. That is not even
in the same bin as that fucking business card.
Yeah, please, just all of them. I was about to throw my business cards behind me, but I don't want to do that. Trying again with a focus of just like, hey, what if instead of trying to sound like podcasters, we just talked as we normally fucking talk to each other? And that definitely is a vibe. That's so much better. So
good.
Glad that worked out. Something that like really is going to stick with me for a long time is the meeting people that I have seen and have not actually had a chance to like interact with on. Okay, I guess it's the same thing as with the audience meeting us.
Yeah.
First of all, we met in person for the first time.
We did.
Yeah. Oh wait, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, we should probably. It's so normal now. And Devrin's literally so we were sharing an Airbnb, us and then a couple other creators for the con. And Devrin's walks in and he's like, "Holy shit, you're real."
I was convinced that she's just like a super advanced AI. I don't know.
It's a deep fake, all of it. I'm actually a 50-year-old man in Nebraska.
Didn't that happen though? Like that was a thing
in Nebraska.
And I mean, not in Nebraska, but there was like some. I think he was either Korean or Chinese dude who was like a 50 or 60-year-old guy who had like a massive social media following, using exclusively using filters to look like a cute young girl.
Well,
but it was literally him. It was literally him taking the pictures and then running it through a filter and posting it. Yeah. So anyway, that's not you, and
that's not me.
Yeah, it turns out Diana's a real person, which is bonkers. So we met. That's really cool. And then meeting everyone else. Like one of the first people that I had been. This has happened a strange amount of times now. Is like I had been following somebody on TikTok before I even started doing content work, and then to start doing content work and then to meet them on the other side of that is very strange. One example would be like Marcus Territory, Cinder Block Sally, Diana of the Rose. It's wild to have that complete journey of, oh hey, what's this TikTok app all about? Everybody's talking about it, I guess I'll check it out. And then like, oh, this creator seems pretty fun, I'll follow them. And like fast forward a couple of years and it's like we're getting a drink. And that's just like wild. It's so crazy to me that's a thing. And what's really cool is that and I got the sense pretty much immediately from everybody that I did meet was like this sort of era that we're in of content, and I've seen this discussed in some like meta discussion about the direction that content in general is going in various eras of content, but like there's murmurings of us being sort of in the genuine era of content where the like hyperinflated over the top Mr. Beastification of everything Shout out
God,
to
the
Kyla
Mr.
Scanlon.
Beast. Shit.
Shout out
Good
to Kyla
man.
Scanlon a million times. Is like starting to wane, right? Obviously, he's still huge, right? But like that vibe is starting to get a little tired. And instead, the like, here's a person I can just like fucking feel comfortable with, like
Yeah.
that's starting to prevail. And I think that's probably what we're more or less doing here. Like what you're getting right now is literally just us having a conversation.
Yeah.
And what I experienced in meeting these creators was like, you're just the person that you are on the camera. Like,
We're just people. Yeah.
yeah. And that's I think that's why it's like, come say hi. Like I'm just that guy. Like, I don't know. But yeah, like meeting those people and having that like reminder of like, oh wow, these people are really just people, just doing things.
Oh yeah.
And hearing people again, I think even Marcus himself was just like, everyone here has imposter syndrome, and
Oh yeah.
everyone here like just was some rando filming in their bedroom
Mhm.
a year ago. And like and here's the thing, still some rando filming in my bedroom. This isn't my
Oh yeah.
bedroom, but
It never changes.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's 100%. It's super wild, especially because so Start Playing. I'm very happy to name drop them as a company, even though they aren't paying us, because they're my favorite fucking new entry to this space. They
So cool too.
such a good site, startplaying.games. Subtle plug, Devin, you're welcome. Devin, the owner
Devin's
of Start
amazing.
Playing, so fucking cool. Such a bro and a friend to content creators. He's made a very good name for himself, like interacting with us. And every single con that he goes to, he throws a party for, for creators. And so we had all these TTRPG content creators in one tent, functionally, just drinking, taking shots with each other, having an amazing time. And it's so like, yes, like what you said, everyone is human. We're just vibing. And also like I didn't get a chance to like stop and look around at the people in that room very much during that party, but thinking back on it afterwards and being like, shit, like I followed, these people for forever, and now I'm just like casually having shots with them, casually just like drinking, having an amazing time, talking about content, talking about not content. Like, Jonathan is huge. I've been and now we're like friends and I have his number and whatnot. Alec the Bard, I've been following forever. He's one of the first people I followed on TikTok as a TTRPG person, and now we're like besties. Um, Marcus Territory, fucking you. I've been following you for forever, and now we're doing a podcast, and you're coming to visit me in Bend, and like that's so wild. It's insane. I
It's
guess.
really weird.
Just that. Yeah. The when you're a content creator, I don't know. People are a lot closer to each other than you think. I guess. And all such wonderful people too. Oh my
This
god.
entire thing has been Diana's long con to get me to move to Bend.
Yes. Yep.
I think like
Is it
the
working?
first serious interaction that we had.
It literally was
It
actually, yeah,
literally
you
was
DM'd
about
me.
Bend. We had connected as mutuals on TikTok. I think we maybe exchanged pleasantries, and that's pretty much
Mhm.
it.
And I was like, holy shit, the crowbar guy follows me back. Oh my god.
And later on, I saw that she had posted a video about living in Bend, and Bend was on my short list of places to consider moving to. And so I was like, hey, can I pick your brain on that? And she was like, boy, can you? And
I was on a
turns
train in
out,
Switzerland when I got that message, and I was like sending like 12 paragraphs in a row and like going through channels and waiting for the signal to come back so I could send this. I
I had no idea that that was the case. That makes it even
Yeah.
better. Amazing. Diana has since spent the entirety of PAX Unplugged. I think every third sentence to me was, "You should move to Bend."
Yeah.
I will say she says that to basically everybody.
Because you all should.
It's sort of just
Audience,
like a
move to
blanket
Bend.
statement. I guess it's gonna work eventually. I don't know, but like this podcast, this is a front. This is 100% a front.
100%. Yeah. Yes.
The entirety of PAX Unplugged, a front.
My entire career as a content creator? Nah.
Mm.
We should talk about that though, because you are coming to visit me in Bend.
Yes.
And during that visit, we are going to be filming, well, possibly doing a stream. It's in the works. I'm going to try and make it happen. No promises, audience, but I trust you all to know, be understanding if it doesn't go through. But hopefully, we're going to do a little bit of a Atlas Loom Q&A at some point, and we're definitely going to be doing a lot of filming. So that's going to be exciting, like Atlas Loom live and in person.
Hell yeah.
For the two of us, of course. And
we're gonna actually turn Diana's apartment into a bit of an amphitheater. Do you have room for bleachers?
I can make it work.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be. I'm really looking. Okay, I was previously joking about taking over Diana's stream, just going live in a wig and being like, "Hello, everybody, it's me, Diana." But here's the thing: I don't want to jeopardize her path to partner. So instead, I I think we should do a Atlas Loom live Q&A. Perhaps would be quite fun.
That's all on the horizon. We've also got upcoming cons. You know, we've got more episodes in the pipeline. We've switched our original cadence from 3 weeks to 2 weeks. There's a lot happening, a lot changing. Thank you all
The
so much
feedback
for
was
being here, audience.
so positive that we
So
decided to amp up our production rate. So
Yeah.
that's how amazing y'all have been. Thank you.
In any case, we should probably wrap it up here. It's a hefty bonus episode for y'all. We really want to do more of these. It's nice to have like a casual episode every once in a while where we don't have like necessarily a theme. Not that we stay on theme when we have a theme, but like it's nice to just chat.
Famously good at staying on target. I hope you all have enjoyed this bonus episode of the Atlas Loom. As always, we have an email address if you would like to ask us a question, submit ideas for an episode, if you've got something that you're hung up on, send us a wish. wish@theatlasloom.com. That is wish@theatlasloom.com. There's also a link on our website, www.theatlasloom.com. We are keeping an eye on that inbox all the time. So don't be shy. Come on by digitally.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nailed it. My name is Endeavorance. You can find everything that I am doing at endeavorance.camp. And of course, you know her, you love her. With me is Endeavorance, your favorite TTRPG content creator. Find everything that I'm doing. With me, as always, is I'm sorry. I know that he's a better host. With me, as always, is the absolutely stellar Diana of the Rose.
Hi. Diana the Rose, everywhere at Diana of the Rose. I don't have a website because I'm not nearly that cool, but that's me.
Bye.
Keep on weaving your worlds and whatnot. We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, worlds, etc.
See ya.
Be gone with you. All right, but actually, goodbye.
I love that. Music kicks in.
Yeah.
Fantastic.